Hey there, Christopher Trent here. Thank you for allowing me to share about what Christ is doing in my life. Even before I was born again on April 2005, I knew God had a purpose for my life, but what I did not expect is that there would be suffering involved. It was a long time, however, before I learned to consider it all joy when you enter various trials. The lack of joy and suffering in my life was largely due to me not responding properly to trials, including drugs addiction, jail time, and then homelessness. After our first son was born, he had a significant health issue. In 2007, we were told he would not survive. We were devastated. How can anyone prepare to bury a child at the age of 2.5? Though I knew God and wanted Him to comfort me, I did not trust Him enough to let Him be my comfort. Over a period of 11 years, even with the birth of healthy children, my path took me from marijuana to pain pills, to spice, and eventually to meth. Finding refuge in false saviors brought only more sorrow and hardship. Because of the drugs, I couldn't hold a job, so I turned to dealing to finance my addiction, which eventually led to DCS being involved in my children's lives. And even later, I landed in jail. More loss. With no one to turn to and nowhere to run, stripped of everything that I thought I needed, God started from scratch to rebuild me for my family. As gold is refined in a furnace to remove the dross and to make it pure, so are we in the hands of the Lord. There is a lot of squirming around during this process. However, we know that no chastising is pleasant at first, and every child that is His He disciplines, as Hebrews 12 tells us. This was the beginning of joy in the midst of suffering. He sustained me, even at my lowest point, and changed my heart to delight in Him most. With joy filling my heart, God began to rebuild what had been lost. Slowly, by His grace, I am free of my addiction. I have a job, a home, and with a grateful heart, I have been given a second chance to raise my children to know Him. Now I stand before you with confidence in Christ, that I can look back and see His faithfulness to equip me to enter various trials, and to count it all joy, knowing that the testing brings endurance, so that it may have its work in me to thoroughly equip me, that I may lack nothing. I am not there yet, but God is working in me that I might grow. As our family faces trials today, God has taught me to come to Him first, through our connections with the church, so that I don't have to do this on my own. Instead of my heart being burdened, I have joy because I can trust Him, because He has proven faithful by providing my church family. Thank you, Faith Church, for walking me through this as I consider it all joy in stewarding challenging times.